It's been a while since I've added a video to my series Best Free Park, so I figured I'd bring it back with a park on the west coast of Florida that you definitely want to visit. This is Glazer Family Playground in St. Pete, Florida. This playground is super fun and beach themed, which makes sense because it's right next to St. Pete Pier. This climbing tower was one of Riker's favorite things on this park because it was so tall and so fun to climb, and it had this awesome slide once you get to the top. Right next to it, up a little hill, was this other climbing structure that has another really long slide. The only downside is that this playground is not covered, and in Florida it gets very hot in the summer. But we went on an overcast day, so besides the humidity, it was a perfect temperature. This is what that climbing structure looks like from the back. There's a little rock wall that brings you to the top, and you have to avoid the ropes because they're lasers. Just kidding. This is one of the best parks we've been to in a long time, so you're going to want to watch till the end. Something I love about parks is when they have climbing structures, I feel like it helps with balance and dexterity, and Riker really loves them too. There was also an area on the other side for smaller kids to play. Here he is getting dizzy. This is a shipwreck rock wall climbing structure, and I felt like it went really well with the theming. Alright, this part was really weird and I couldn't get a great video, but there were so many green Quaker parrots. If you walk behind the playground towards the pier, there's this huge open area. There are chairs under umbrellas. This is where the splash pad is. There's also a cafe with more shaded seating, and they play really awesome music. And there were quite a few families here for a cloudy weekday morning, but I wouldn't say that it was crowded. But wait, there's more! Just on the other side of the splash pad, right down the stairs, is this awesome beach area. We spent a while down here in the water collecting shells, and we even saw dolphins. Again, more chairs. I think this was the best seating I've seen on a public beach ever. The beach area was super shallow, so you could walk in pretty far, and it was also very calm, no waves, so I think it's a great place for little kids. We went back up to the splash pad to hang out in the shade and listen to music while Riker ran around with some kids. The splash pad was very basic, but he was still having a good time. We started walking down the pier and noticed a tram come up right next to us, so we asked if it was free, and they told us it was. So we ended up taking the tram all the way down the pier to this building. There were 3 restaurants, a bait and tackle shop, and like a regular touristy shop. This is the view from the observation deck, and if it were clear out, it would be even more beautiful. I forgot to mention that everything is free, but the parking was $2 per hour.